5 days, traveling around. The week before, it was 8 cities in 5 days. Kissed my wife on Sunday, come back on Friday. Hadn't been back in the facility at all to see my players. I come walking into my office, first thing this morning, there's a box sitting on my desk. And in that box is this ball. In that box is this ball. Game ball presented to Kerry Coombs. 24 straight victories. Longest win streak in Ohio State football history. I want you to know I got goosebumps. When I walked into my office and I pulled that ball out of that box, I got goosebumps. Because I have the opportunity to coach at a place where what we do is so important. And not only what we do is so important, but the history of Ohio State football. I want you to know I grew up in Ohio. I grew up watching Woody Hayes. I grew up watching Archie Griffin, Cornelius Green, Pete Johnson, the great players in Ohio State history. And do you know they never won 24 in a row? Can you imagine how that makes a kid like me feel? Not a kid anymore. I'm sorry to say. But for me to have been a part of something like that is truly special. I won't pass it around, but please keep it in a plastic. I'll keep that thing for the rest of my life. That's one of the great things. Do you know that when we win, when we play against the team up north, in that game, when we win that game, which the 2 years that I've been here we have, and that is what our plan is, they present you with a pair of gold pants. That goes back all the way back to the 1940s when they were asking the coach, because at that time that school was beating the dog out of Ohio State. And they hired a new coach and they asked him, how are you going to beat those guys? And he said, well, you know what? Last time I checked, they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like we do. That's where that phrase came from. And don't you know that next year he beat them? And from that point on, when you win that game, Dante, when you win that game, they present you with a pair of gold pants. It's got the score. It's got your initials on it. So a lot of places you go, they're going to give you a trophy for winning the championships. And I'll be honest with you, I've coached college football for 7 years, and I got 6 rings from different bowl games and different things. But when they gave me that pair of gold pants, and I was able to give that to my wife, and she wears them to every game, I'm telling you, you're talking about special now. Special. Now you guys have played at a championship level, right? I mean big time ball. So you already know what it feels like to win a championship. How do you win 24 straight games? Do you know? At a place like Ohio State. How do you do that? And I want you to hear the message today because it's important. It's important for your future, Paris. It's important for your future, Malik. How does that happen? The reason we're in the locker room today is not because we want to talk about a renovation, which is important. It's not really because we want to show you a bunch of shoes and T-shirts and those kind of things. What we want you to understand is the men inside the locker. The men who put on the jerseys and wear the shoes and go to work every day. Those are the men that create 24 straight victories at Ohio State. Those are the men that make a difference, because here's what's real. You're going to go and have gone to a lot of places and seen a lot of great players and a lot of great coaches. Not as great as here, but you've seen a lot of great things. You've got to make a choice and a decision about where you're going to spend your career. And when you get right down to it, you want to be around men who are like you. You want to be around men where the game is important. You want to be around men where winning 24 straight, and I want you to understand something, winning 24 straight is still not acceptable at Ohio State. Do you understand that? It's a great accomplishment. It's wonderful. It hasn't been done here ever. And you know what? It's not acceptable at Ohio State. What is acceptable at Ohio State, Dante? Do you know? Win them all. Right here. Work and strain and fight to win them all. How does that happen? It happens with the men in this locker room. At the end of the day, make a difference in the lives of the men and women that you trust. And so when you walk in this locker room in a short period of time, when you walk in this locker room, you get a chance to make a difference. You get a chance to start the next streak. And the next streak doesn't stop at 24. You've been here 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. That streak is going to go on and on and on. And at the same time, you're going to get an education at second level. You understand that a university of 65,000 students, the second largest university in the country, the incoming freshman class will have an average ACT of 29. You are going to be around a bunch of bright, intelligent people where education is important. It'll be impossible not to find people that are like you in a place of 65,000. At the same time, it will feel small because they are great folks. They're great friends. You might meet your future spouse here. You're going to make lifelong friends. And it will be critical that you understand that you're going to have the opportunity to compete every day to win championships with men who are just like you. And that's why we wanted to be in this locker room today. That's why we wanted you to have the opportunity to see the simple. It's not about the wood. It's not about the shoes. It's not about the jersey, but it's all about the people. And the people at Ohio State are unique. Our head coach absolutely has a plan. Not a plan for goodness. Not even a plan for greatness, but a plan for excellence. To be different than everybody else. I know this about our head coach, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He is focused on winning that championship. He'll send us texts, he'll send us messages, he'll pick up the phone and call because he is constantly thinking about what he can do for you, for me, to help us achieve that goal. And along the way, the great byproduct of doing this is you learn how to compete in all areas of life. You learn how to be not just a good man, but a great man. You learn how to be a warrior. We recruited you because you refuse to lose. We recruited you because winning is critical to you. It's important to you. And we recruited you most of all because you've been ready. Look at the family structure we have here. For 3 players, look around the room. What unbelievable family dynamics we have. You're going to be in a locker room with a whole lot of folks like that who have that kind of support system where what you do is so important. You'll be able to pick up that phone. You're going to be able to call home. You're going to be able to call mom and say, Mom, guess what I did today? Guess what I did today? I'm on the kickoff team, Mom. Guess what I did today? I'm starting for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Guess what, Mom? I'm on the plane. I'm going to go play wherever we're going to play. Guess what, Mom? The Big Ten championship game. What's going on, man? You come here, you go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get a little juice this morning. Let's get a little juice this morning. And don't you know, those are the kind of people that we have here. That's why it's special. That's why it's different. Great players all around the country, great coaches, great facilities, great things all around the country. There is one best place, and it is this place. It is this place. Because for all things, for your future, for our future together, all things come out of the men in this room, the coaches in that office. I've never seen coaches anywhere I've ever been who are more focused on their players and making sure that their players are able to achieve everything they want in life. Every goal that they want. Not just winning games and holding trophies. Everything in life. This coaching staff is a remarkable thing, what you get to see them do. So we want to pop you a little video on. Want to give you a little bit of juice about what game day is like here at Ohio State. Give you a little feel, give you a little bounce in your steps for the rest of the day. And we are glad you're here. We cannot wait to coach you. You understand that? We cannot wait to coach you. You understand that? This is special. And we are excited about you. Ready to roll that video, David? Yes, sir.